Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's reading is going to be about what we're going to have to look forward to with this great lunar eclipse on January 10th. This is a really kind of cool time because it's a profound energy around that causes a shift of transformational energy to produce the proper changes that are necessary to elevate our lives, to have greater understanding in a lot of different arenas. Huge economical shifts, world peace, industrialization, all of these things, huge institutional changes. But what's great about it, it's a big beefy window of 6 months for great growth and understanding. But one unique perspective on this, and a lot of other people that I've spoken to agree with this, what happens when we're in for a really big, wild, unique shift in the right direction to come from a heart and soul place is our shadow self and ego will try to come in and intervene and pull us back into our creature comfort zone, our lower vibrational thinking, our defensive thinking, our protective state. But what happens is our urge to have these breakthroughs are much greater than our egos need to be stoked, get back to that comfort level, feel right, feel noticed, feel others are obligated to us, whatever that is, that the soul is so much stronger in this phase because it's breaking through all these restrictions because of vibrational forces connected to other people that want to see the world at large do better. Has a really powerful emanation at this time, and we use that almost as a conduit and a light source to plug into and really have all these great breakthroughs. So it really is a super powerful time. You know, it's one of those things too where we only want to consume our fair share. We're not greedy, we're not trying to be more, we're not going to climb on the backs of others. Aggression is much more calmed in this. We're very respectful, loving, and caring. And nobody is settling for anything, which is really great because, you know, we become highly aware of desperate and tragic people and circumstances really easily. They stand out to us. People that all of a sudden are cloying and wanting and are destructive over and over, and they just want an audience for that. We're no longer participating in that. You know, it's like, just no, there's no more. We don't want any more of the desperation. We don't want any more of the tragedy. You know, we want to consume only our fair share, which also means we are only going to let things that are important, loving, caring, and will help us thrive be deserving of our attention. We're not going to be distracted by gossip, lower vibration, any desperation, any tragic behavior, any of that. We're not going to be saddled by anybody else's cloying behaviors because it's not conducive for our good health, right? We are trying to be our most respectful, loving, and caring person, and we're not settling for anything. We're not settling for less affection than we deserve. We're not settling for lesser paycheck or economic state than we deserve. We're not settling for crumbs or scraps anymore. We are due our just reward as a beautiful vibrational being to have the most beautiful, simplistic rewards because we know that we're putting in the work towards this. That's where our focus goes. And again, we're in the position to enjoy them and have gratitude for them. That's why more is coming our way. So we have 3 cards to choose from. We have number 1, which is Bison, which says ritual. It's going to be a highly ritualistic time as well. So what I'd like you guys to do too, I'll put some cool full moon eclipse rituals up on my Instagram tomorrow. It's a great time for clearance because, as I said before, you know, our shadow self, our ego tries to always worm its way back in there and say, oh, but aren't you, you know, if you're at least you're getting a paycheck at this job. It's all about settling. It's all about, you know, oh, how are you going to explain somebody that you want to go and become like a tarot reader or a lyricist or a sculptor, you know, that our soul cares more about fulfilling its life path purpose than what other people think of us. In fact, the opinions of others do not matter. We are ready to work well within our family unit to enjoy our life to the fullest. Dedication and practicality to everything in our life in a really beautiful way. And number 2 is Snow Leopard. I really love this. The Watcher, you're going to be really observant about what's going on. You're going to keep encouraging yourself. You're going to know your strengths within you. You're going to be very highly motivated. You're going to bring out the lively, fun side of yourself in this. by watching and seeing what makes you feel that way. And number 3 is the wolf. This is about authenticity. You don't care about a false front. You don't care how others perceive you, because you're being your true self, which is saying you're setting up boundaries. You're no longer going to withstand for certain behaviors. And I really want to make this clear too, because I was so happy to get all these comments of you guys not participating in low vibrational activity. Some of you were saying you were on the bus and people were trying to draw you into an argument, and you just didn't want to give that energy and power away, because what happens is somebody who's miserable and argumentative, they're already not in a rational mindset. So you're not going to get rational behavior by engaging, right? You're just going to get aggravation piled on aggravation. You ever see like the Desperate Housewives, or whatever they're called, the housewives, and they start fighting, and these are real life people. They say things that make so little sense and seem so ridiculous, and they're so hypercharged on emotion, but no logic, no wisdom, just crazy emotional, on fire, tragic nut jobs going crazy on each other. And it's one of those things where we're just not engaging. We're not giving that power away. So if you have anybody that's trying to pull you into that, especially during this kind of eclipse time when you're phasing all that kind of behavior out, take a deep breath and say, you know what? It takes 2 to engage in this. So I'm going to leave it up to the one, and they can argue with themselves, because I am not giving 1 iota of my power energy directed towards that. I am called the queen of the heel spin. As soon as anybody acts ridiculous or says something, I don't even respond. I just spin on my heel and I leave the room. And it used to make people wonder what the hell was going on, either like in my family or my job. I just don't engage in that, because I know where it's coming. It's someone lashing out, someone wants to engage. And if you don't give them that power energy or juice, they're left all alone with it. And you're going to be really good at this, really aware of this. Your true authentic self. So gorgeous. So we're going to begin with number 1, which is Bison. And I'm going to use the Lover's Path Tarot, because I feel a lot of you guys do have some very unique and wonderful love coming in too. And you're going to take advantage of your adventurous nature that's coming. You're going to encourage, practicality and all of that. But you also want to do new things and have pursuit of beauty and magic and being in touch with your emotions and all those beautiful things as well. Oh, cool. And I have all the gold coins out for you guys too, to remind you to come on over to my Instagram, Sparkwist11. I'm having more gold coin giveaways, free readings, jewelry, everything. And I make it so simple, you guys. If you just DM me, Mel, enter me in your contest, you're entered. And then I DM you when you win. You don't have to do anything and follow all the, feed and go crazy. So come see me on Sparkwist11. Right away, Group 1 Triumph. This definitely feels like, with whatever, this is like the world. This is like you winning big, and you're able to do this because you're ready. You're ready for adventure. You're enjoying happiness, beauty, and all the things that are out there. And you have an understanding that what we're seeking is also seeking us. So with this full moon eclipse, you're saying no to arguments, no to engaging with lesser vibrations. You are saying yes to a huge perspective, knowing you are limitless. Everything's available to you. And because of that, these things are going to make themselves noticed to you in a very big way. Ace of Arrows. New. You have, I love this supercharged 6 months, because it's so rich, industrious, and full with beautiful opportunities for you. And you're just firing those arrows out there. Great ideas are coming to you, because you've replaced all that kind of heavily filtered advice from other people and old energy and stale energy, and you've replaced it with absolute calm, like a meditative humming where everything is just invited in, and you can filter through it quickly, know what's a good resource, know what'll work for you, know what won't, and know what you can release. Good breathing techniques, doing what's best for you, feeling vibrant, happy, and alive. 2 of Arrows. This is you being able to really unravel the mystery of what used to stop you, what used to make you feel blindfolded, what used to create a stagnancy. Those answers are going to come to you because you're actually asking. You're putting your time and focus in for a moment, saying, what used to block me perhaps in love and work for elevating in that financially? Was it a belief system that I had where I thought I wasn't worthy of this, or that I had to have certain degrees to make this amount of money, or that I had to look a certain way to bring in love? And right away, it's going to be made clear to you that when you're just truly yourself, your authentic self, there are no restrictions. You're limitless. And I feel all this is coming and due with a gorgeous divine timing that's saying, now is your time. You have this time to understand yourself, your motives, where you're going, and really, really bring in this magic. You're frequently going to start to see 1111. And it's not just a coincidence. It's a powerful number that signifies enlightenment, spiritual awakening. Looking at this number is going to magnify which is already within you. A wake-up call, a sign that you're walking through a portal that creates all these new beginnings. So pay attention to when you start seeing this, at what times you're seeing this, how you feel, because it is messages from the universe saying, it's magic time for you. You are the empowerment and acknowledgement that you are much bigger than you ever gave yourself credit for, and other people recognize this. Therefore, you're going to be catapulted into this big life, and you're going to be living it. And there's going to be love and accomplishment and everything you're deserving, because you're no longer going back to shadow self and ego. You're saying, I want to connect on a loving, simplistic way, and the world receives that and magnifies that beautifully. Hence these gorgeous returns for you, group 1. Beautiful energy. Yeah, no more blind spots. Brand new big worldview perspective and understanding of things. The magic that's out there, what's available to you, all of that. The universe, there's no beginning or end. There's an infinity and oneness, and you're listening to your intuition, and you're going to follow your visions to these higher states that you're now allowed to be in, because you gave yourself permission that, hey, I do understand this. I do understand that when I reach out and ask, these things are available to me in a great way. Oh, beautiful. And I feel like a lot of you have your soulmates coming in a matter of months as well. And it's your time. It's your karmic reward. It's the age of Aquarius. Everybody's coming in balanced, and you have this lovely phase. So gorgeous energy, group 1. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Please come see me over on Instagram, Sparkles11. Get in on all the free reads, giveaways, coins, everything. And I'm going to do one that's called Mel's Favorite Things. It's going to have my favorite Chanel lip gloss. There's this stuff, Tarte Shape Tape, all my favorite kind of makeup cosmetics, and stones, really fun things. So I'm going to make a basket of that as well. I'm going to be doing all kinds of things all through January. So gorgeous, you guys. Also, the Goddess Provisions box link is down below. It's the best box yet. You guys got to go check it out. And I get a small percentage. It helps support my channel because I'm an ambassador for the brand. So check all that out. But you guys, you're just elevated in so many ways. It's like it's like you had a lot of fog or dust on your windows, and somebody just cleaned them, so you see every aspect of your new reality in gleaming technicolor, and it's really gorgeous. So I love that. Next, we're on to Snow Leopard, which I really love this. Right away, I feel like this is kind of like you're going to have these messengers that are going to show you these new terms of enlightenment, this new beginning for you. And it's going to keep recurring, and you're going to get these messages, and they're really going to be hammered into you, the magic of everything that's out there and available, the divinity and the mastery that you're taking in the universe. And you're going to realize that you're not these old patterns. You are on a true path and soul journey right now, where you have this wonderful understanding. And this is by watching, waiting, learning, understanding that the big picture is always getting bigger, and you have this great ideal self pictured in your head, and it's starting to come to fruition. Yes, these things take time. Nothing is like quick immediacy that, we are not living and cultivated in an easy bake oven. We need to observe and watch and say, okay, that really didn't work. This environment doesn't work. That is tragic and sad and desperate, and I'm not going to participate in any of that ever. Stuff like that. We see that, right? Those arguments, the attention seeking, the garbage that just doesn't work. And oftentimes there's so many people in the world jockeying for position for absolutely no reason, and it looks as ridiculous as it is. Again, I'm always using the housewives as an example. They're always fighting, quarreling, and jockeying for star time, camera time, who can be louder, brass, it's one of those things, jealousy, envy, who's that person's friend. It's the saddest of the sad, and it's really unfortunate that things like that occur, because you are going in the complete opposite direction, that you're secure in who you are, and your true friends are your true friends, and you are never going to have to compete or sell yourself in order to have friends, love, or anything else, because if they accept you, good. You are in this King of Wands moment where you are feeling passionate about life. You are planning for your future. And this is ideal with a lunar eclipse, because when you make mental plans, that's the beginning process, that focus, that's indicative of where you want to go and the process you want to use to get there, right? I have to do this every morning. I have a starting post and I work in threes and I say, okay, I have 4 private reads today. And what am I feeling most like a topic that I'm easily channeling and I'm excited about right now? If it's economic state, then I begin with those. If it's love, I begin with those. See, I start part and parcel, and I never think that everything has to be done in 5 minutes. I would rather be effective than busy. So I chart my day out, and you're going to be able to do that with your next 6 months. Am I happy at this job? Am I taken advantage of? Am I paid well? Are there people around me that are healthy, happy, and good workers and are conducive to me thriving? Or is it the opposite? Is it just a shit stew of lazy people that just need to go away? It happens in some places. And if you are an ethical worker, what happens is you take on more and more and more, and they just give you their tasks and they do less and less and less. And so you really have to watch that and set those boundaries. We go, no, thank you. That's not on my agenda. That's not, it's one of those things where you have to really, really look out and plan. And I feel like a lot of you people want to start your own businesses and you want to go into your own life path purpose and do whatever it is you want. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to do that and do it beautifully and end up on top with that King of Staves. Sacrifice. Sometimes it will take a sacrifice. There are people, places, and things that need to go in your life. Again, with this lunar eclipse, it's always talking about our shadow self trying to come back in, our ego trying to come back in, and shadow self and ego wants to keep and hoard things, hoard people, places, and things, and items and stuff, whether they're useful or not, whether they help us in our growth process or our higher perspective. It wants to keep things, but your soul's voice is going to be that much more stronger with you plugged into this beautiful spiritual kindred family that's all around you. I have to do this every day by watching some of my favorite speakers, readers, and people that help me envision my perfect path, right? I need to do that as well because sure, we can be led astray. Let's be lazy and watch Netflix for a week and go shopping and do whatever. I get very little joy out of that. And I used to think that was like the epitome of awesomeness. Like, because I worked so hard in 9 to 5 that all I wanted to do was like rest and zone out and forget about it because it wasn't some of the happiest stages. So now that I'm so happy, my favorite thing to do really is to do private and public reads, spend time with my family, because whenever I pick up a deck of cards, when I start generating that good positive energy, I feel good. I feel mentally good, clear, all of that. So you're going to be reaching for the tools and resources that do that for you, that elevate you in your near and far future. That means sacrificing things you may think make you feel good, but don't. Junk food, too much TV, standing around gossiping, all of that. Instead, you're going to pick up tools that help you really, really grow the magic, because I feel like this is a super wonderful stage for you. This is all about really thriving and being in a new higher consciousness of everything, and a great understanding that when we care about ourselves, our community, people that are around us, we act differently. We ask ourselves, what can we let go of? You start to make your dreams real because you now have space for them. You honor your mystical and creative force that says, if I feel like painting or dancing or going to do this, I'm going to do it right now. It's going to help me expand doing impulsive, loving, wonderful, vibrant things. And I love that for you. Yeah, it's great. It's like things that used to be evasive and hard are going to come to you with ease now. The love, the finances, the understanding, and you're going to be at the pinnacle of who you knew that you could be with this beautiful King of Wands energy. Beautiful. We must let go to bring in new things as well. And you're going to do that beautifully, group 2. I love that, by watching and observing, being in the moment. So gorgeous energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And don't forget to go to my Instagram and win your coins and win your free reads and all your goodies. Sparkwist11. If you need a private read, anything, all my information is down there. So that is you. I am going to take a deep breath and a sip of tea, and then we'll begin with the Wolf. I love the Wolf card. I love authentic people. I can see and read that with somebody a mile away. And now with this age of Aquarius and this beautiful eclipse coming, it's going to be more important than ever. Nobody likes a false front because you don't know where you stand, right? You ever go in a group of friends and it's just that person, it's just always talking about what they have. I have 10 rooms in my house. I have a Ferrari. I have this, that. They're just talking about things. We are not things. And right away, we don't really, people that are spiritual, grounded, balanced, or not of that ilk, don't know really how to cope with that, trust people like that, or understand that. I do, in terms of, I always have sympathy and empathy right away because I know that person is uncertain of who they are and they think that their material goods represent them. And I'll always have sympathy and love for somebody who doesn't know their place or whatever in the world. However, when they have to talk over other people, shush them, or push to the front and jockey for a position just so they can talk a bunch of meaningless garbage, just mind spew of crap, I don't want to hear that. So I'll put up with it for so long, and then it'll be like, it's other people's time to speak. It's very nice that you have a nice car and a nice house. Very good. End of story. Keep it moving. We have to do that sometimes because some people don't know how to get off of that kind of materialistic wheel. And you've never been one of those people, so I feel like those type of people aggravate you. They do me as well when they can't turn it off. I again try, but this is something really magical that's happening. I'm going to pull some cards because I know they're going to match right away. I'm hearing with this. This is about individuation, independence, attainment, beginnings, leadership. I feel like you're ready for people to cooperate. You're coming into balance. You're going to have a lot of diplomacy. You're the power behind the throne here, sort of say. In your family, you are the cogs that are keeping things moving. See, King of Arrows. Right away, great ideas are going to be coming to you. No limitations. You're going to have really good freedom, constructive ideas, great balance, responsibility coming in, great analysis of situations, business and personal too. You just really get it. You're very community orientated, caring, protective, nurturing. All of that comes in under the umbrella of a king or queen energy. We're caring as on a social scale, right? Big stuff, humanitarianism, selflessness, idealism, compassion. You're most likely a light worker or healer yourself. Innocence, again, going back to this beautiful simplistic time of the Fool. This is indicative of the Fool card. 0, which I love that energy because that is the Alpha and Omega, that you are starting from afresh. I feel like you're going to feel so fully healed because right away you're like, all your troubles are evaporating because you're not giving them the time of day, focus, or attention you used to. Worry and fear do nothing. You want to be calm and focused, so you're letting go of that, and you have that beautiful Fool energy that, listen, I feel good. Freedom, change is coming, versatility, exploration, a lot of travel, adaptability. That is the key point of the Fool, and you are all about that right now. Beautiful 6 of Cups, lovely balance. It's always about responsibility, balance, nurturing, all of that, being protective and caring as well. And you have this lovely, just kind of assertive energy where you're like, well, listen, I feel A, B, and C will work out. And whenever you have that ugly ego and shadow self crop that ugly head going, oh, just do it like you always did. You don't need to improve, or you don't need to listen to this person, or you don't need to learn anything. Your higher power will always come through spirit and say, listen, we're all on the learner's permit throughout our whole life, and it's always great to learn more because it'll help you diversify and have more compassion for people that aren't awake yet. Because what will be vividly and glaringly clear to you is people that are not awake. They will agitate you. Again, the highly materialistic, the jockeying for position, the attention seekers. You'll be able to say, you know what? People that want to fight, argue, or be center stage all the time, they don't have a normal reasoning capacity or empathy anyway. So when we engage with that and any bickering becomes our backbiting, we just lose energy. We're just giving it away. So we're not engaging at all. We're doing the swivel. Nice to know ya. Nice to know ya. And you're just like, exit left. You're just not even giving it the time of day or any oxygen, so it's going to fizzle out. And people are very respectful of that. I'm telling you, if somebody's trying to get in your face and start an argument and you just don't say anything, that it's almost like you see them wither right in front of you because they see it for the ridiculousness that it is. And you're going to have this really strong sense and be able to do beautiful changes without hardly any challenges. You're going to feel the freedom, love, and harmony in relationships around you. Huge prosperity and abundance stage for you as well. A lot of beautiful things coming to the forefront, and your overarching energy is Queen of Coins. Again, completion of what you wanted to do, so the prosperity and manifesting wealth for yourself is coming in a big way over the next 6 months because you're not doubting yourself. And again, your key word is, I am not settling. I'm not settling for lesser pay. I'm not settling for lesser company, lower vibrations, poor intentions, half-assed whatever from anybody. It's like, I am not settling. I want what is my just due, which is what I would give to others as well. My full attention. I would pay them very well. I would pay attention, being aware, focus. Again, really beautiful pragmatism, hard work, good foundations with great monetary outcomes for you, group 3. So I'm loving that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. I can already see I'm not going to be able to wait to post this till tomorrow, and I'm going to want to do it tonight because I felt very empowered to do this right away. It was a suggestion from a lovely viewer, and I plan on doing one, but I was glad they reminded me because I do like to do a little bit in advance as well. And if you guys want a proper eclipse reading on the full moon, I can do that for you. I like to do that. It's very powerful energy to do. So you can book a reading on that particular evening if you want with me. I do a video read, and then I send it back the same evening. So everything is down there in my, if you want to press like and subscribe if you like this video. I have hundreds more, my darlings, and my links are all down below for every single thing you can imagine. My Etsy store, healing stones, everything. I just finished the protection onyx ring, which I really love. I love rings that go right to the knuckle so you can bend and they're comfortable, but you get a good, beautiful stone. I love this so much, and I'm really into the darker tourmalines, onyx, obsidians. They're very protective and they're very helpful. So you guys get out there and shine like the beautiful stars you are, because you're ready to succeed on an epic scale. Big life stage for you right now. So beautiful energy, love and light, you guys.